Hello, YouTubers. Welcome back to the channel if you're tuning in. I want to kick this video off by saying that I now have over 50 subscribers, which is really cool. I think 56 is the last count that I had. So all of you out there that are following my little thing going on here, you're greatly appreciated. Tell more people if you feel like it. If this is fairly entertaining to you, it's greatly appreciated. So so I made a video a while back. The people where I had the car stored at, the business got sold, and it was like, fuck you guys, get your cars out of our garage, blah blah blah, all that kind of shit. So I brought the car back and had it here all summer. So now it's the end of September, getting ready to be October, pretty quick here in a week or two. And so then I got a call last week from the guy I dealt with last time that was like watching the building for these people or whatever. And he called and says, hey, do you want your spot back? We're calling back some of our long-term customers that we had before. And I said, yeah, I want my spot back. So next weekend, hopefully I'll be able to make another video of me doing that. I'm taking the car back and I'll have the garage space back again. And it ain't like I wasn't going to be able to work on the bike or anything else, but it just would have made it a little bit more hard, because I'll show you. I'll show you my garage for those of you who haven't seen yet. So I got a 2.5. So I'm lucky to have a 2.5 car garage. Yep, there's the pedestrian door. And this is the space that the car was occupying. And there's the pill. If you don't know what that is, explore my channel, check out the playlists. I've been working on that. Got it running to check out the belt drive just to see if it worked. I bought this thing on eBay about 10 or 15 years ago. Never know if it worked or not. Yeah, it's covered up by the drive belt and shit. But yeah, so made some cheapo gaskets for the engine, got it running, and found out that it worked, and I was really pleased about that. So you can check that out too. But that being said, I'm getting my spot back, and we'll have space in the garage and make things easier, yada yada yada. It has taken years for about a half gallon, 3/4 gallon, maybe a gallon of transmission fluid to leak out of it. So I was putting some in. It's back up to snuff now and working good. I'm gonna jack the collar up and get underneath, check out the pan. Maybe I can see where the leak's coming from, all that kind of shit. Because it's a pretty good leak too. Because I got a piece of cardboard over here, and it's got a pretty big spot on it. You know, because it's absorbing the drippings. So I'm hoping just to tighten down maybe the cover bolts, maybe just over time they're working loose. Maybe I can, you know, I won't stop the leak, but at least slow it down until I can tend to it properly and all that kind of stuff. For those of you that don't know, it's not a real GTO. It's my grandma's car I bought when I was in the Army. 1970 Pontiac Le Mans Sport. I foolishly got into, well, not foolishly, it really was an accident. And smashed in the front end one night, and oh man, it was like grandma dying all over again. And I went through two front ends on it, and by the time I always wanted a GTO, and could never find one that was worth restoring, and money was an issue, of course. I was a young man back then, didn't have resources. I'm sure you all know about that kind of shit. And so one day I got lucky and met a guy. He's a GTO fan too. I even tried buying an engine off of him, but not all of it was there, so I didn't buy it. But I bumped into him again later on in life and told him about the car, and he did all the body work on it. And so it's not bad for what it is. The video doesn't reveal like all the mistakes and such. I was in a bad accident, stupidly racing a Pontiac or a Buick Riviera with a 455, and I only had a 350 at the time. I lost control of the car and hit a 68 Newport in the bumper of this guy's yard, and it hit right in here, right in the A-post, and bent this all in, and just the whole body's distorted now. And thank goodness the door opens and shuts and the body panels are fairly straight. It's still not perfect yet. It never will be again. It'd take a lot of money to get that straightened out again, and it just isn't there. We'll get to this part too. I'll go over this real quick. You notice on the trim here is missing on the top, right along here, right? So I have the trim, and I did a test fit, and since the body distortion and all that kind of shit, it don't fit right, and so I gotta like try some sort of way of like getting it to fit somewhat good, and then trying to devise some sort of technique or method to make sure it stays in and hide the mistake. I guess every car has its own history and mystique. This one certainly does. But anyway, getting back to the story here. So I ran into the guy that did the body work, and he told me he knew a guy that had a GTO but wanted to make it into a drag car. So he was selling the whole front clip of his GTO because he wanted to put a tilt-up fiberglass front end on it, all that kind of stuff, and make it a race car. And he was selling the whole front clip, and I got it for $800. And I got two GTO. Well, yeah, there's the one that's in. I got two GTO door panels too. These are originals too. These aren't repops. I don't know if you can see it or not. So that's kind of what's going on right now. Well, let's see. Is there anything else? The engine's a 455 out of a 73 Bonneville. Got a TCI turbohydromatic 400 transmission. The business isn't in business anymore in Toledo. It's a custom drive shaft from Toledo Clutch and Brake back when they were in business. I had that made there. And that's the big stuff. All the tires and rims are brand new. They've only been on there for like 25 years. Probably got 100 miles on them. So that's it for now. If you're here, thanks for tuning in. Please like and subscribe. And trying to keep up with the content here. That's it.